Hello everyone, welcome to D4Drupal channel. Today we are going to see about how to install Drupal on WSL. Okay, so WSL is a Windows subsystem for Linux and is a feature of Windows that allows developers to run a Linux environment without the need for a separate virtual machine or a dual booting. Okay, so for that first we have to enable a settings in your Windows feature turn and off. So go to your Windows feature turn and off, and here at the bottom you have to enable Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, so once you enable this, go to your Microsoft Store. So once you went in, just type Linux. So I'm going to use Ubuntu app. Clicking it, and here you have to get it. So it will take some time to download. Once it is downloaded, you can launch. So it will open your Ubuntu bash for you to run the commands. So let it download completely. So now the download is done. So once you now the download is done. Once you downloaded, open it. It will open the Ubuntu bash for you. Okay, so at the beginning, it will ask you to create a username and password for this system. So first, let it initialize. It will take some time to initialize it. So once it is done, you have to give a name for your login, Saranya, and you have to give some password to it. And once it is done, it will take you to inside the Ubuntu system. And here, first you have to install PHP. So for Drupal, to install PHP, I am going to first update it. apt-get update. Give you a password and enter. So now the update is done. Next, we are going to install PHP. I already have a document here. So here I already mentioned all the commands what you have to run when you install PHP or Composer. So I will update it in Git and I will add link in the description. If you want, you can have a look on it. So first you have to install PHP. So with PHP, I need some extension like MB string, MySQL, PHP XML, Apache 2 mode. So I am adding all those in single line. So it will get added. Enter. I am installing PHP 8.1 here. So it will support for 9 and also 10 Drupal version. So now we successfully install PHP. So you can type php-v2 and make sure it is installed. And next you have to download the Composer, install Composer. So copy Composer command and paste it there. Enter. So next this command, copy paste. And so once that is done, I am going to move the Composer far file to the global location so that we can use it easily. And next, once the Composer is installed, now Composer is installed, you can see it here. And next, I am going to install Apache. So it is going to provide us localhost. Once update is done, run command to install Apache 2. And And if you are using WAMP or XAMPP, the local host will be pointing to 80 port. So I'm already having a WAMP in my system. So I'm going to change the port number /etc Apache 2 and ports.conf file. So here you have to change listen 80 to 8080 so that it will point to localhost colon 8080 instead of 80. So I'm going to save. Once that is done, make sure it is saved correctly. And once this is done, you have to restart the Apache. Now the okay, Apache 2 restart. Okay, sudo service Apache 2 restart. So the Apache is restarting. So once that is done, you have to enable the PDO support for MySQL. So next I'm going to do that. Once that is done, go to your php.ini file, sudo va/etc php 8.1 and Apache 2 php.ini file. So here you have to find a text called PDO. So here you can see it, right? On next line, PDO underscore MySQL. So I'm going to uncomment it and I'm going to save it. So you can see it, I changed this line, right? So to search something in VA mode, you have to press slash and you have to type. So whatever you are typing, that will be searched in your current opening file, okay? So once that is done, next you have to restart Apache. So let's do it at the end once we completed all. So next you have to enable clear URL. So clear URL is to instead of query string, the path will be added to your URL domain name. So for that you have to enable it. And once that is done, you have to open this file and make it allow all for your web www.html folder. So go to the file apache2.conf and at the bottom. So here you can see the directories, right? So in the web www, instead of allow override none, I'm going to give all here. So type all colon WQ, okay? It's not saved. I added extra quotes in my last command. So let me do it again. Insert all and W Q exclamatory enter. Okay. So when you do it again, you can see the changes affected. Once you did the changes, you have to restart the Apache. So let's do it at the end. And next you have to download the MySQL. You have to install it. So I'm going to install server and client both. Now MySQL is installed successfully. And next, what you have to do, you have to alter the user. Now you can navigate to MySQL by typing sudo MySQL. So it's not taking because you have to restart the service. Sudo service MySQL start. So once you started, you can navigate to the MySQL. Okay. So instead of going like this, we'll alter the username here for MySQL. I'm going to alter the root user with some password. So whatever password you want, you can give and enter. So the query is ran successfully. Once that is done, when you run a sudo MySQL, it will not allow. it will ask you to use a username mysql -u root -p. So you have to type the password to log in. Okay, so now you can see you are able to log in with the password. Once that is done, run this command. This command will help you to improve the security. So run it. Enter password for the root user. So you have to enter the root user password. So once that is done, asking for you to increase the strength of the password. I'm saying no. And do you want to change the root password? No. And remove anonymous user. Anonymous user will be there. Do you want to remove them? No. So disallow remote login remotely. So you have to make sure you give no here. If you give yes, then it will not allow you to use this credential in your Drupal installation. And next, remove test database. No, I don't want. And reload the privileges. Yes. Okay. So now we are all done to go. And once that is done, you can flush the privileges. So sudo mysql -u root -p and enter the password. Once you enter the password, flush the privileges and give exit. Now you are out. So now we are done with all. Next, I'm going to restart the service for MySQL and Apache. Okay. Restart. And for Apache too also. Okay. So we added a we enable clean URL and all right. After that, we didn't restart the Apache, so I am doing it here. Okay. And next, I'm going to install Duplicate. Duplicate will help you to download any zip file from online. So once this is done, you can download it. So first you have to go to cd var www.html, and here I am going to download the Drupal. So drupal.org/project/Drupal. Okay. So go to your Drupal page. Scroll down. And here you can download the latest version. Click on it. It will take you to the release note page. And here you can copy the link. Copy the link address and duplicate. Paste the address which you copied and enter. So, okay, it is saying permission denied. So just do with sudo. So give ls. Here you can see that Drupal folder is downloaded. So next you have to unzip it. To unzip it, first you have to download the unzip. You have to install the unzip now. So once this is done, you have to do by this command. So sudo unzip the zip file, which is Drupal, this one. So you can see it's implanting all the files. When you do ls now, you can see new folder is created. So go to Drupal ls. You can see all the files are staying here. And this is done, right? Once this is done, you have to give the permission for your Drupal folder for Apache. So where www html/Drupal the path, and next chmod for the Drupal path, html Drupal. So now both are done. Once that is done, now we installed many things and we did many changes here, right? So it's always better to restart your system to make sure everything will work fine. So before that, I will show you Apache localhost /8080. So you can see the Ubuntu Apache server is running here, right? So let's restart it. I will come back once my system is restart. Now my system is restarted. Next, what I'm going to do? I'm going to localhost / Drupal 9.4.9. Enter. Okay, I didn't start the Apache. So type Ubuntu open. Sudo service Apache to start. And sudo service MySQL start. Okay. MySQL start. So once both are started, go to your Chrome and refresh here. So you can see here it is taking you to the installation page. Submit and database name. So you have to create a database. Sudo MySQL -u root -p and password. I'm going to create a database. Create database Drupal 949. Okay. So I'm going to use this Drupal 949 and root and password. And here port is 336 only, that MySQL server also running. If you want to change this, you have to change the port in my.conf file. Save. So you can see it is loading. So installation is started now successfully. Let it install fully. Once installation done, you have to give the site name. It's WSL Drupal instance. Email ID and username. Password. And save and continue. Okay. So once this is done, you can see the installation is done. So we are going to see our Drupal site now. You can see here, right? Now the site is installed successfully with the WSL. So next we need to change the code, right? How we can access the code? So you can access it from the Visual Studio Code. For that, you have to first click on the extension and type WSL. So this is the WSL you have to download and install. So I already installed it in my VS Code. Once that is done, you have to go to your bash. Here navigate to your cd/var www html and Drupal 9, and here you have to type code.i. It will open this folder in your code file. So you can see it's opening the Visual Studio Code with the Drupal folder which is in WSL. Okay. And next, this is done. Let me change something here. I'm going to just give exit. And when you save, you can see there is some permission issue, right? So to enable the permission, you have to run some command in your Ubuntu bash. So this is the command for your folder. Copy paste it. Main folder, enter. So the permission is changing now. Once this is done, when you save, you can see it is saved. And when you go to the site, you can see the exit is working, right? And next, one more thing. Here you can access WSL by typing / like this. So you have to go to the Ubuntu var www.html Drupal folder which you downloaded now. Here you can see all the files, right? So in File Explorer you can access in this way. In VS Code you can access in that way. Okay, and this is how you have to install and do the setup of Drupal in the WSL. Okay, and that's it about today's session. If you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.